Today in the boss's kitchen, we're going to make a mutton biryani. The ingredients you will need for this dish are chili powder, biryani masala, garam masala, fennel seeds, cardamom, clove, pepper, cinnamon, bay leaves, and star anise, ginger and garlic paste. And then when we come onto this plate, we have tomatoes, onions, and these leaves are coriander and mint leaves. First, add your pieces of mutton into your cooker. And then now let's add a spoon of turmeric powder. Now let's add some salt. And some water. Now let's mix it together. Now place the cooker with the mutton and everything on the stove. Close it up, and then turn on the stove. Let it to steam for a little while, and I'll come back to you. Okay, the last ingredient is basmati rice. Make sure you have 2 cups of it. Before you put it in the biryani, make sure to soak it in water for a little while. For each cup of rice, make sure you add 1.5 cups of water. Okay, now let's turn on another stove. Let's put this pan on the stove. To warm up this pan, let's add some oil. Now, let's add in some ghee. We have our plate of ingredients on the side. Let's add in some cinnamon, some star anise, some fennel seeds, some cardamom, some bay leaves, and now let's mix them together. Let's add in our onions. Okay, put the lid on the pan. Let it fry for a little bit until it's brown. Now it's brown, the onions are brown. Now let's add in our ginger garlic paste. Let's mix them together. Now let's tomatoes. This is what it should look like so far after you've added in the ingredients. Now let's add in some salt. Mix it together. Now let's put the lid on it and leave it to fry for a little bit. Okay, let's lift the lid now. This is what it should look like now. Like that. Remember that mutton we steamed earlier in the cooker? Let's add that in to this. Let's mix it together. Let's add in the masala, the garam masala. Let's mix it together. Now let's add in the biryani masala. Let's add in the chili powder. Let's mix them. Remember that water that we put on the stove for the rice? Let's add in 2 cups of water. It should be 3, but I have some water from the mutton I steamed. We're going to add 1 cup of that to make it 3 total. That mutton water is going to give it some extra mutton flavor. Let's add in the mutton water. It should look like this so far. Let's add in some salt. Let's mix it together. Let's put the lid on and let it warm up for a little bit. Okay, now that it's warmed up and it's sizzling like that, let's add in our rice. For 1 cup of rice, make sure to add 1.5 cups of water. We have 2 cups of rice, so we added in 3 cups of water, 2 cups of regular water, and 1 cup of mutton steamed water. Okay, now that we've added in our rice, let's let it warm up for a little while. Let's put the lid on and I'll come back to you when it's all warmed. Now that it's warmed up, let me take off the lid. Let's add in some lemon. Squeeze some lemon on there. Now let's add in our mint and coriander leaves. Now let's add in some ghee. Okay, now let's leave it to warm up for a little while. Okay, now that it's all warmed up, we're done cooking mutton biryani. Now all that's left to do is put it on a plate and enjoy. Oh, look at that. It looks so tasty with all the mutton and the rice. And it smells good too. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching The Boss's Kitchen, and be sure to subscribe.